Hello students, welcome to Physical Science Digital Classes Mehboobabaad. Myself Narendra Babu Kotla, PGD Chemistry, TSMS Mehboobabaad. Today in this session we are going to discuss about salts. What are salts? How they formed? A salt is a compound formed from an acid by the replacement of hydrogen in the acid by a metal. A salt is a general name and it does not refer only to sodium chloride. Generally, salt in the sense it is only the general name. In our daily life, generally we will use salt in the sense that is sodium chloride, common salt. But salt in the sense not only the sodium chloride, it is general name. How the salt it produces? A salt is a compound that is formed from an acid by the replacement of the hydrogen in the acid by a metal. So coming to the salts are formed when acids react with bases. Salts are formed when acids react with the bases, then it gives the salt and water, we know that. The name of the salt consists of two parts. The name of the salts generally that consists of the two parts. First part of the name of the salt is derived from the name of the base, and second part of the name of the salt comes from the name of the acid. So that means salt that comes from the, so the name of the salt that comes from the two parts, that consists of the two parts. The first part generally, so name of the first part that comes from the base, and the name of the second part that comes from the acid. Always if you take the salt, the first part that should be from as a base and the second part should be from the acid. For example, the name of salt sodium chloride comes from the name sodium hydroxide, base, and hydrogen chloride acid. For example, if you take the sodium chloride, so the sodium chloride that comes from the name of the hydroxide base, sodium hydroxide, from that sodium is the first part, okay, and hydrogen chloride, from that chloride is the second part. That means that will be sodium chloride that comes. And note, so the salts of hydrochloric acid are called chlorides. The salts of the hydrochloric acid, that means the salts which are produced by the reaction of the acid hydrochloric acid, they are called chlorides. The salts of sulfuric acid are called sulfates. The salts of nitric acid are called nitrates. The salts of carbonic acid are called carbonates. The salts of acetic acid are called acetates. So that means based on the acids, so we can give the names to that. Next, for example, chlorides, sulfates, nitrates, carbonates, acetates, these are the salts. Chlorides means, for example, sodium chloride, which is derived from the HCl, an acid, and calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, zinc chloride, copper chloride, these all are chlorides. Sulfates, next one is sodium sulfate, potassium sulfate, calcium sulfate, magnesium sulfate, aluminum sulfate, zinc sulfate, copper sulfate, ammonium sulfate. These are the sulfates which are derived from the sulfuric acids, and nitrates derived from the nitric acids. So that means sodium nitrate, potassium nitrate, copper nitrate, ammonium nitrate. Carbonates, sodium carbonate, calcium carbonate, zinc carbonate, these are the carbonates. And acetates, so sodium acetate, ammonium acetates, these are the examples. Salts are mostly solids and ionic compounds. Salts have high melting and boiling point. Salts are usually soluble in water. They are soluble in water. So just like acids and bases, solutions of salts in water conducts electricity. How acids and bases they conduct the electricity. Similarly, salts, if you take them in water, so they also conduct the electricity. That's why salts are electrolytes. Family of salts. The salts having the same positive ions or same negative ions are said to be belong to a family. What family of salts? The salts having the same positive ions or same negative ions are said to be belong to a family. The salts which are having the same positive ions, having the salts, all or we can consider them as comes from same family. So the salts which are having same negative ions, we can consider them as same family. For example, sodium chloride and sodium sulfate, they belongs to the same family of salts. Why they belongs to the same family? In the sense the positive ions from the sodium chloride and sodium sulfate are sodium salts. Okay, they are the sodium salts. Why? Because the positive ion sodium is common in them. Similarly, sodium chloride, potassium chloride belongs to the same family of the salts, that is chloride salts. Why? Because in sodium chloride and potassium chloride, chloride is the common ion, that is a negative ion common in that. That's why we can consider them as chlorides. We can have as many families of salts as the positive charged ions and negatively charged ions. Some of important families of salts are sodium salts, calcium salts, magnesium salts, zinc salts, potassium salts, aluminum salts, copper salts, ammonium salts, chloride salts, sulfate salts, nitrate salts, carbonate salts, nitrate salts, carbonate salts, and acetate salts, etc. These are some examples for the families of the salts. And coming to the important one, pH of salt solutions. A salt is formed by the reaction between an acid and a base. So we should expect that the solution of a salt in water will be neutral towards the litmus. What is a salt here? Salt is formed by the reaction between an acid and the base. Salt is generally formed by the reaction between an acid and the base. So we can expect that the solution of a salt, that means when you add this salt in water, the solution of the salt in water, so that will be neutral towards the litmus. Why? Because actually salts are formed by the neutralization reaction between acid and base. That's why. So we can expect that the solution of the salts are neutral towards the litmus. Coming to here, but aqueous solutions of many salts are neutral. Aqueous solutions of many salts are neutral, but some salts produce acidic or basic solutions when dissolved in water. For example, generally aqueous solutions of many salts are neutral, that means pH is equal to 7, but some salt solutions they exhibit the acidic behavior as well as basic behavior, that means acidic solutions as well as basic solutions when they dissolved in water. For example, sodium chloride solution if you take, so actually the solution exhibits the neutral in nature. Why? Because pH is 7. At the same time, ammonium chloride if you take in water, it exhibits the pH 6, that means acidic in nature. Sodium carbonate if you take in water, it exhibits pH 9, that means basic in nature. So the acidic and basic nature of some salt solutions can be explained on the basis of hydrolysis of salts. So actually some of the salts they exhibits the acidic nature, some of the salts exhibits the basic nature, so when you take them in water. So how we can explain this nature, whether salt exhibits acidic nature or basic nature or neutral? So that will be based on the hydrolysis of salts. What is hydrolysis? Hydrolysis means splitting up of a compound by the action of water. Splitting up of a compound by the action of the water is called hydrolysis. That means if any one of the substance, if it undergoes ionization, when it dissolves in water, that is called hydrolysis. So generally salts are 4 types based on from which they formed. So they are salts of strong acids and strong bases, salts of strong acids and weak bases, salts of weak acids and strong bases. Fourth one, salts of weak acids and weak bases. Salts of strong acids and strong bases give neutral solutions on hydrolysis. So salts of strong acids, strong bases, they gives the neutral solution, or they exhibits the neutral nature on hydrolysis. For example, sodium chloride and potassium sulfate are examples here. In this, let us take this sodium chloride. Sodium chloride on hydrolysis, it gives the sodium hydroxide base and HCl. That means sodium chloride, when you add it into the water, sodium chloride undergoes ionization. So that means Na plus and Cl minus ions they produce. Usually water also undergoes ionization and they gives the H plus and OH minus ions. So sodium Na plus ions, they interacts with the OH minus ions and they forms the sodium hydroxide, which is a strong base, and H plus of water, they interacts with the Cl minus of the chloride ions and they forms the HCl, strong acid. That means when NaCl dissolved in water, or that means NaCl on hydrolysis, it gives the sodium hydroxide, strong base, and HCl, strong acid. That means sodium hydroxide and HCl both are strong in nature. Means what is strong? Which can undergoes 100% ionization. That means sodium hydroxide and HCl both are strong. That's why. So the resultant solution nature is neutral. If both are strong, the resultant solution is nature is neutral. Second one, salts of strong acids and weak bases give acidic solutions in hydrolysis. Salts of strong acid and weak base gives acidic solutions in hydrolysis. Examples of the salts, ammonium chloride, ammonium sulfate are the examples. If you take the ammonium chloride as an example, ammonium chloride, if you add it to the water, so it undergoes hydrolysis, means ammonium chloride on hydrolysis, it gives the ammonium hydroxide and HCl. Ammonium hydroxide is a weak base and HCl is a strong acid. So that means if you observe in this, one base and one acid will produce during the hydrolysis of a salt. You have to remember here, out of these acid and base, which one is strong? So that nature contained by the solution. So for example, in this ammonium chloride, it undergoes hydrolysis and gives the weak base, strong acid. So out of this weak base and strong acid undergoes 100% ionization. That means the solution, the resultant solution that contains the acidic nature. Out of weak and strong, which one is strong in the sense? So acid and base, if you take, which one is having the strong nature, the resultant solution that contains the that nature. That means in this case acid is strong, base is weak, that's why the resultant solution that contains the acidic nature. Third one, salts of weak acids and strong bases give basic solutions. Examples are sodium carbonate and sodium acetate. If you take the sodium carbonate on hydrolysis, sodium carbonate on hydrolysis, it gives the sodium hydroxide, which is a strong base, and carbonic acid, which is a weak acid. Carbonic acid, which is a weak acid. Sodium carbonate on hydrolysis, it gives the sodium hydroxide, which is a strong base, and carbonic acid, which is a weak acid. And if you compare these two, sodium hydroxide is strong base. That's why the resultant solution that contains the basic nature. Fourth one, salts of weak acids and weak bases on hydrolysis gives a solution with pH depends on the relative strength of acid and base. So that means here in this case, both the acid and base both are weak. So when both are weak, so then how can we expect the resultant solution, in the sense that it depends on the relative strength of acid and base. Weak in the sense do not undergo 100% ionization. So if they do not undergo 100% ionization, how much percentage of ionization they undergo in the sense whether it is 50%, 60%, 70%, 80% or 90%, whatever. But so both the weak acid and weak base, they do not undergo same percentage of ionizations in water. So that's why based on the relative strength, if the weak acid undergoes more percentage of ionization than the base, then the resultant solution that contains the acidic behavior. If the weak base undergoes more ionization than the weak acid, then the resultant solution that contains the basic nature. If the weak acid and weak base undergoes ionization same, for example 50%, 50% or the 60%, 60%, then the resultant solution that attains the neutral in nature. Why? Because both are having the same strength here. That's why. So resultant solution that attains the neutral in nature. For example, ammonium acetate is an example for the salt which is formed from the weak acids and weak bases. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video.